Want stronger legs even at 90? Eat this daily, but avoid this. What if I told you that the difference between walking confidently at 90 and struggling to stand up isn't just genetics or luck? It's what you're eating right now. But here's what nobody's telling you. While everyone's talking about the foods that build leg strength, they're completely ignoring the 5 common foods that are stealing your muscle mass every single day. I'm going to show you both sides. The foods that science proves strengthen your legs after 60, and the hidden culprits that are quietly weakening them. Stick around, because number 4 on the avoid list shocked even me. And if you stay until the end, I'll reveal the one simple daily habit that combines everything into a 5-minute routine that protects your leg strength for decades. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button. We're building a community of seniors who refuse to let age slow them down. First, understand what's happening to your legs after 60. Studies show that adults lose 3 to 8% of muscle mass per decade after 30, accelerating after 60. This is called sarcopenia. Good news. Research shows proper nutrition and regular physical activity can slow this loss and sometimes reverse it. Your legs contain your body's largest muscle groups. When these weaken, everything follows. Balance, independence, even cognitive function. But strengthen them? You're extending your healthy lifespan. Let's start with what to eat. Food. Number 1, lean beef. Now, I know what you're thinking. Everyone talks about protein. But here's something different. Scientists studied people aged 65 to 85 and found something amazing. When they ate lean beef, their bodies built 47% more muscle compared to eating only plant foods. Here's what's in a small 3-ounce serving, about the size of a deck of cards. 25 grams of protein. But it's not just any protein. It has something special called leucine. Think of leucine as the on switch that tells your body, hey, start building muscle now. Beef also gives you iron and zinc. Iron helps carry oxygen to your muscles so they work better. Zinc helps repair any damage. What to do? Look for grass-fed sirloin or round steak at the store. Eat a piece about the size of your palm 3 times a week. Always eat it with vegetables. They help your body absorb everything better. But here's the thing. Beef alone isn't enough. The next food actually repairs the stuff that holds your muscles together. Food number 2, bone broth. This is the secret weapon most people don't know about. Here's why it works. Bone broth has something called collagen. Think of collagen like the glue that holds everything together in your legs, your tendons, ligaments, and the tissue around your muscles. Imagine your muscles are like a car engine. Even if you have a powerful engine, it won't work right if the frame holding it is weak and wobbly. Bone broth strengthens that frame. Some studies found that collagen supplementation with resistance training increased fat-free mass and muscle strength in elderly men significantly. What to do? Drink 1 cup of homemade bone broth every day. Want to make your own? Put beef bones in a pot, cover with water, and let it simmer on low heat for 12 to 24 hours. That's it. Let's chat. Comment below. Have you tried bone broth for your muscles? If not, what's stopping you? Food number 3, tempeh. Don't worry if you've never heard of it. Most people haven't. But it's a game changer for leg strength. Tempeh is made from soybeans, but it's been fermented, kind of like how yogurt is made. This makes it really special. Here's what you need to know. 100 grams of tempeh, about half a cup, has 16 to 20 grams of protein. That's double what regular tofu has. But the magic isn't just the protein. When soybeans are fermented into tempeh, 3 amazing things happen. First, it creates good bacteria for your gut, like the probiotics in yogurt. Why does this matter? Because a healthy gut means your body can actually use the food you eat. It's like upgrading from a leaky bucket to a solid one. Second, tempeh has all the building blocks your body needs to make muscle, including that special on switch we talked about earlier, leucine. Third, the fermentation makes it easier for your body to grab the calcium, magnesium, and iron from the food. These stop those painful leg cramps that wake you up at night. What to do? Add tempeh to stir fries, crumble it into salads the way you crumble ground beef, or marinate and bake it. Start with 3 to 4 ounces, about the size of your palm, 3 times a week. Tempeh builds muscle from the inside out, but the next food, it's like a turbo boost for blood flow to your legs, and you probably already have it in your fridge. Food number 4, leafy greens, Spinach, kale, Swiss chard. This might surprise you. Leafy greens aren't just healthy vegetables, they actually make your muscles work better. A big study in 2021 followed seniors who ate nitrate-rich vegetables every day. They had better muscle function and they could walk faster. Here's the secret. These greens have something called nitrates. Don't worry, it's natural and good for you. Your body turns nitrates into something that opens up your blood vessels wider. Think of it like widening the highway so more cars can get through. More blood flow equals more oxygen and nutrients reaching your leg muscles equals stronger legs. 1 cup of cooked spinach gives you enough nitrates to improve your muscle oxygen. What to do? Eat 1 cup of cooked greens every day. Throw spinach in a smoothie, you won't even taste it. Add it to eggs. Or just cook it with a little garlic and olive oil. Easy. Bonus, these greens also have vitamin K, which keeps your bones strong. Strong bones plus strong muscles equals you stay independent and active. Food number 5. Lentils and chickpeas. You might think these are just for vegetarians, but they're actually leg strength powerhouses for everyone. 1 cup of cooked lentils gives you 18 grams of protein. Plus, they have folate, iron, and potassium. All the stuff your muscles need to contract and work properly. Think of lentils as the affordable, easy option that packs a serious punch. Quick question before we continue. How many of these 5 foods are you eating right now? Comment your number below. Be honest. Even if it's 0, that's okay. We're here to help you improve. Now here's something critical that most people miss. You can eat all 5 of these muscle-building foods perfectly, but if you're not moving your body the right way, you're only getting half the results. Think of it like this. Food, especially protein, provides the building materials, the bricks, cement, and wood, to build a house. But exercise, that's the signal and the construction crew that actually starts the building process and puts all those materials to use to build a bigger, stronger house. Scientists found that seniors who combined resistance training with a protein-rich diet built significantly more muscle than those who only exercised or only ate well. You need both working together. The best part? You don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment. Here are the 4 most effective leg exercises for seniors. 1. Chair squats, sit to stand. Stand up from a chair. Then sit back down slowly. That's it. This works your thighs, glutes, and core all at once. Start with 8 to 10 repetitions. 2. Leg raises. Sit in a chair, straighten one leg out in front of you, hold for 3 seconds, then lower it. This strengthens your quadriceps, the big muscles in the front of your thighs. Do 10 to 12 on each leg. 3. Calf raises. Stand behind a chair holding it for balance. Rise up on your toes, hold for 2 seconds, then lower down. This strengthens your calves and improves balance. Do 12 to 15 repetitions. 4. Step-ups. Step up onto a low step or sturdy box, then step back down. This mimics climbing stairs and works all your leg muscles together. Start with 8-10 on each leg. How often should you do this? Research shows 2 to 3 times per week is the sweet spot. That gives your muscles time to rest and rebuild between sessions. More isn't always better. Your muscles need recovery time. One important note, always check with your doctor before starting any new exercise program, especially if you have knee, hip, or balance issues. Food builds the muscle. Exercise tells your body where to build it. Together, that's when the magic happens. Quick question, are you currently doing any leg exercises? Comment yes or no below. No judgment, just curious where you're starting from. If you stopped here, you'd have good information. Information that's different from everyone else. But here's what nobody is telling you. While you're eating these 5 muscle-building foods, there are 5 common foods quietly undoing all your hard work, sabotaging your leg strength. You're probably eating at least 2 daily. Let's talk about what to avoid. All right, let's talk about something that might feel a little personal, but I promise this comes from a place of care. Food to avoid. Number 1, excessive alcohol. Now before you worry, I'm not here to tell you that you can never enjoy a glass of wine with dinner. That's not what this is about at all. What I want to talk about is understanding where the healthy line is, because crossing it could be quietly affecting your leg strength without you even realizing it. Here's what happens. Heavy alcohol consumption is linked to lower muscle mass, and it speeds up the natural muscle decline that comes with age. Let me walk you through why this happens, because understanding the why makes it easier to make changes. First, alcohol interferes with something called protein synthesis. That's just the process your body uses to build new muscle. When you drink too much, it's like putting up a roadblock that stops your body from creating strong muscle tissue. Second, alcohol depletes your vitamin D and calcium. Now, you might think those are just for bones, but they're actually critical for your muscles to contract properly too. And third, this one surprises most people. Alcohol disrupts your sleep quality. You might fall asleep faster, but you're missing out on that deep, restorative sleep when your body repairs and builds muscle. Now, let's talk about what excessive actually means in real life. 2 glasses of wine nightly equals 14 drinks/week. For women, that's double the recommended limit. For men, it's at the upper limit. This level raises fall risk, especially in older adults, and can impair muscle repair. Long-term heavy use causes muscle wasting. I know that might sound concerning, but here's the beautiful part. Your body is incredibly forgiving and resilient. Here's what you can do. Try replacing that evening alcohol with something else that feels special and comforting. Maybe it's a warm herbal tea with a touch of honey, or sparkling water with fresh lemon. Now, alcohol might seem like the obvious one, but the next food on this list, it's hiding in your pantry right now, and it's causing inflammation that's eating away at your muscle tissue. Let's talk about that. Food to avoid number 2. High sodium processed foods. I'm talking about things like frozen dinners, deli meats, canned soups, and those convenient packaged snacks. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. A comprehensive study published in Frontiers in Nutrition found a strong connection between eating ultra-processed foods and having low muscle mass. These foods promote chronic inflammation and rob your body of the good nutrition it needs. But here's where it gets really interesting and important for you to understand. High salt intake isn't just about water retention or blood pressure. It's actually linked to increased body fat percentage and reduced muscle strength in older adults. And get this, excess sodium causes fat infiltration. Inside your muscles, imagine your strong, functional muscle tissue slowly being replaced by fat. That's literally what's happening. This compromises your muscle quality and raises your risk of weakness and falls. But I understand these foods are convenient. Life gets busy. You're tired and don't feel like cooking. I completely get it. So here's what you can do instead. Start checking labels. Look for foods with less than 500 milligrams of sodium per serving. That's your new guideline. Try cooking fresh meals in batches. Make a big pot of soup or stew on Sunday, then freeze it in portions. Now you've got your own healthy convenience food ready to go. Use herbs and spices instead of salt for flavor. Garlic, rosemary, cumin, paprika. These add so much delicious taste without any of the sodium. Your taste buds will adjust within about 2 weeks, and suddenly foods will have so much more natural flavor. High sodium is problematic, but the next food is even more sneaky. It's marketed as refreshing and harmless, but it's literally accelerating your aging at the cellular level. You need to hear this. Food to avoid number 3, sugary drinks and sodas. And before you think, oh, I don't drink soda. This includes regular soda, yes, but also sweetened iced tea, energy drinks, and those fancy sweetened coffee drinks too. Research shows that drinking sugar-sweetened beverages is associated with muscle loss, insulin resistance, inflammation, and frailty in the elderly. That's not a minor issue. That's really significant. Here's the mechanism of what's happening. These drinks promote inflammation and mess with your glucose metabolism, which disrupts how your muscles handle glucose and build protein. Sugar-sweetened beverages spike your blood sugar really high, really fast. Over time, this causes insulin resistance. And when you become insulin resistant, your muscles can't absorb glucose and amino acids properly anymore. What does that mean in everyday language? Even if you're eating all the right protein from beef and tempeh like we talked about, your muscles can't actually use it properly. It's like having the key to a door, but the lock is jammed. Let me paint you a picture that really drives this home. One 20-ounce soda contains 65 grams of sugar. That's 16 teaspoons. Imagine scooping 16 teaspoons of sugar into a glass. That's what you're drinking. Now, if you drink just one of these every day for a year, you're consuming 23,725 grams of sugar. That's 52 pounds of pure sugar going into your body every single year. damaging your muscle cells day after day. I know that sounds extreme, but that's the honest reality. Here's the encouraging news. This is actually one of the easier changes to make, and you'll feel better quickly. What to do? Replace sugary drinks with water, unsweetened tea, or sparkling water with fresh lemon or lime. If you need a touch of sweetness, add just a tiny bit of honey. Quick poll. Let's see where everyone's starting from. Comment 1 if you drink soda regularly, 2 if occasionally, 3 if never. Let's see where we're starting from. Sugary drinks are terrible for your muscles, but the next food actually blocks your muscle cells from growing, even when you're doing everything else right. Food to avoid number 4, trans fats. These are found in margarine, fried foods, packaged cookies, and crackers. Now, trans fats have gotten a lot of attention over the years, mostly about heart health, but what fewer people know is how damaging they are specifically for your muscles. Research has shown that eating industrial trans fatty acids raises inflammatory markers in your body, things like C-reactive protein and interleukin-6. When these markers stay chronically elevated, particularly interleukin-6, they're associated with the breakdown of muscle tissue. A comprehensive review found that trans fat intake is connected to increased oxidative stress and inflammatory responses, and both of these accelerate sarcopenia, which is age-related muscle loss. In simple terms, trans fats essentially poison your muscle-building machinery. They don't just fail to help, they actively work against you. The tricky part is that trans fats are often hidden in foods. Here's your action step. Check ingredient labels carefully. Look for the words partially hydrogenated oil. That's the code word for trans fats. If you see those words anywhere on the label, just put it back on the shelf. Instead of frying foods, try baking, grilling, or using an air fryer. When you do cook with oil, choose olive oil or avocado oil. These are actually beneficial for your muscles. Skip the packaged baked goods. I know they're convenient, but they're just not worth the damage they cause. If you want cookies or crackers, look for brands that specifically say no trans fats, and double-check the ingredients to be absolutely sure. Trans fats are terrible for your muscle health, but the final food on this list is the most deceptive of all. It looks healthy, it's everywhere, and people eat it thinking they're doing something good for themselves. But it's secretly stealing your muscle mass every single day. You absolutely need to hear this. Food to avoid number 5. Store-bought sauces, dressings, and condiments. Here's something that catches most people off guard, and I see this all the time. You're doing everything right. You make a beautiful salad with spinach, grilled chicken, maybe some chickpeas. You think, I'm being so healthy. Then you grab that bottle of store-bought dressing and pour it on. And just like that, you've undone all your hard work. Here's what most people don't realize. Those innocent-looking bottles are loaded with hidden sugars, unhealthy fats, and calories that do absolutely nothing for your muscles. And it's not just salad dressing, barbecue sauce, ketchup, teriyaki sauce, mayo-based spreads. They're all sneaking sugar and bad fats into your meals without you noticing. Think about it. You're trying to build strong legs by eating the right foods, but then these sauces are working against you, adding empty calories that your body stores as fat instead of using to build muscle. Here's what happens. Your body is getting calories, but not the right kind. So instead of building muscle, it stores fat. And worse, all that added sugar causes inflammation in your joints and muscles, the exact opposite of what we want. What to do instead? Make your own simple dressings at home. It takes 2 minutes. Mix olive oil with lemon juice. Add a little mustard, garlic, or herbs. That's it. Don't let a bottle of dressing steal your progress. You're working too hard eating the right foods to let some sauce ruin it all. Remember, we want our calories coming from high-quality protein, healthy fats, and nutrient-dense foods, not from a bottle that's mostly sugar and cheap oils. Quick check. Go look in your fridge right now. How many bottles of store-bought dressing do you have? Comment below. Let's talk about better options. Be honest. How many of these 5 avoid foods are you currently eating? Comment below. No judgment, just awareness. Now that you know what to eat and what to avoid, let me show you how to combine everything into one simple daily routine that takes just 5 minutes to plan. Here's your 5-minute daily planning routine that protects your leg strength for decades. Morning, within 2 hours of waking up. What to eat? A protein-focused breakfast. This could be tempeh crumbled into a scramble or 2 cups of leafy greens like spinach blended into a smoothie. Why? After an overnight fast, your muscles are ready to absorb nutrients. Protein from sources like tempeh contains leucine, which acts as an on switch for your body to start building muscle. The nitrates in leafy greens begin to improve blood flow and oxygen delivery to your muscles for the day ahead. Midday. What to eat: a palm-sized portion, about 3 ounces of lean beef or tempeh on a large salad. Or 1 cup of cooked lentils or chickpeas with vegetables. Sip 1 cup of bone broth throughout the afternoon. Why? This meal provides high-quality protein to continue fueling your muscles. Bone broth gives your body a steady supply of collagen, which helps repair and strengthen the glue that holds your muscles together like tendons and ligaments. Evening, 3-4 hours before bed. What to eat: a palm-sized portion, 3 to 4 ounces, of lean protein like tempeh, or a meal centered on lentils or chickpeas. Pair it with a large serving of cooked leafy greens or other vegetables. Important. In the evening, it's especially crucial to avoid the 5 problem foods: excessive alcohol, high-sodium processed foods, sugary drinks, trans fats, and store-bought sauces and dressings. Why? Eating protein in the evening provides your body with the raw materials it needs for muscle repair, which primarily happens during deep sleep. Avoiding the harmful foods ensures this critical repair process is not sabotaged. Practical tip. Meal prep on Sunday. Cook a few portions of lean beef. Make a large pot of bone broth in a slow cooker. Wash and prep your greens and cook a large batch of lentils. Store everything in containers for easy, heat and eat meals throughout the week. Important reminder. Remember, don't forget to do those resistance exercises 2 or 3 times per week. When you combine exercise with the right nutrition, that's when the real magic happens. Your results will be so much better than doing either one alone. Hydration reminder. Drink 8 glasses of water daily. Dehydration reduces muscle strength. Add lemon or cucumber for flavor. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to follow every single recommendation. You need to start with 1 food to add and 1 food to remove. Comment below. Right now. Which one food will you add this week, and which one will you remove? Let's create accountability together. I'll respond to every comment. For the next 7 days, do this. Add bone broth, lean beef daily, or any other food to eat mentioned earlier in this video. Remove the 5. Avoid foods completely. Track. How your legs feel. Energy, strength, stability, pain levels. In 7 days, come back to this video and comment your results. I will read every single comment and respond personally. Let's build a community of seniors who refuse to let age slow them down. Your legs are your foundation for independence, mobility, and quality of life after 60. Every single meal is either building them stronger or breaking them down. There's no neutral ground. The 5 foods we covered today, lean beef, bone broth, tempeh, leafy greens, lentils, and chickpeas, these are scientifically proven muscle builders. The 5 foods to avoid: excessive alcohol, high-sodium processed foods, sugary drinks, trans fats, store-bought sauces, dressings, and condiments. These are silently stealing your strength every single day. If this video gave you clarity and actionable steps you can start today, hit that like button right now. Subscribe and turn on notifications. We're releasing a video next few days that will help you. Drop your questions in the comments. Which food surprised you most? What's your biggest challenge with nutrition? Are you already eating any of these 5 foods? Let's solve this together. Your stronger legs start with your next meal. Make it count. I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong.